Hello YouTubers, in this video we're going to be changing out the sway bar bushings and the sway bar end links. The purpose of this is because there's a knocking noise riding down the road, very faint. I tried to do a recording of it several times and it's just not happening on cue, and it would take an audio forensic person in order to cut down road noise and jack up that noise, and you would never hear it on the video. So anyway, what's going on is I feel like there's a knocking noise riding down the road, and it's associated with going up and down. It's not associated with turning, so it's only while riding straight that I notice this sound, and it's as the suspension is moving. Not sure exactly what it is. What I hope that it is not is the upper and lower control arms. That would be a big job for me. Something I don't mind doing it. It's just I don't want to do it if that's not it. So my thought is I'll change out the sway bar bushings and the sway bar end links, and let's see where we go with that. So let's jump into the video. So here are our parts. We have the sway bar bushings. These are the part numbers that we went with. The professional series or gold. Same thing with the sway bar end links. Professional series or gold. I'll put all that in the description below. When changing out the sway bar bushings and the sway bar end links, no matter what, top tip, always loosen or undo your sway bar first. I've got it loose for now, but I'll probably go ahead and dropping it all the way. That way the sway bar end links you have, let me show you this. Otherwise, if you don't, the sway bar will be too rigid and will be staying locked onto the end links. So make sure you loosen those first. So the first thing we're going to do is tackle the sway bar end links. Up here is a 17 millimeter bolt on the top, and then it's a 14 millimeter, no, maybe not. Yeah, of course, 14 down here. So let's remove those and remove the sway bar end link. So if I get the wrench to hold, me keep pressure here, what I'm doing is I have the wrench and it's putting pressure against the shock as I'm loosening the bolt, just so you can kind of see how I'm getting it off. So from here, the bottom bolt is out, no problem. The top one should just be wedged on there and good. There we go. Here's the top out. If it broke, I don't know. And then we just kind of push the stuff out. So I'm hoping this was my noise. The fact that they're broken, we will find out soon enough. All right, the reverse is simple. Let me put it together and show you how it goes. So to help you understand what we're doing here and how this thing goes, in case yours broke apart like mine. So the first thing you're going to do is put on a washer or a cup washer. I'm gonna call it a cup washer because that's what it looks like. Next thing that goes is the rubber bushing. One thing to note about the rubber bushing is it has a flange on one side and no flange on the other. The no flange side goes against the cup or the washer. So let's go ahead and just simulate assembling this on the car. The next thing that's going to happen is we're going to put on another washer, because in between this is going to be a sway bar right here, or the body, excuse me, the body's going to be right there. Then the next one's going to sit like this, like so. And we're going to have another washer. Like so. That's how it will go. The body will be in between here. Next thing we're going to have is our spacer. Goes like that. Then we will have another washer like so. Cup side down, like so. Did I get that one right? I got that one wrong. Anyway, we'll swap it around, make sure it's cup side to the washer. Flange side up, goes inside the sway bar. Then we have another one that goes against the sway bar, like that. That's how the bottom is supposed to look, just like that. Then this, then this. Seems complicated, but it's not. All right, let's get this into the truck. Okay, the sway bar end link is in. It says the torque settings are 17 foot-pounds. I don't know. I feel like this isn't 17 foot-pounds. I'm not sure what it is. Probably closer to 10, but it feels right. I may ride it a day and see what I think. And if I need to, I can come back down and torque it even tighter. So we're gonna go with 10 for now. On this side, it's just going to be a rinse and repeat. So we're just going to take this off, break it apart, loosen it, get it all off. The sway bar end links are in. Everything looking good. Nice and tight. Everything where it needs to be. And for those who wonder, still no oil leak after the rear main seal change. Anyway, we're on to the sway bar bushings. These are 10 millimeter. Remove our bracket. There's your bracket. And here's our bushing. Got my wrong hand. So one thing I did was put a little grease in there on both of them, so I don't know, maybe it'll help not make noise. We'll see. So after inspecting these moved parts I put on years ago, I don't think the sway bar bushings were the problem or causing the noise, but I don't know. These end links could have been it. I don't know. Hopefully that's the noise. If not, YouTubers, we're going to have to dive into upper and lower control arms, and not something I really want to tackle, but could be the next step, because I don't know what it is. That or something to do with the strut up in there, but like I said, right now it's barely noticeable, but you can tell it's getting more and more and more prevalent. It was once in a while I would hear it, now I'm hearing it all the time. Anyway, YouTubers, so that's how we change out the sway bar end links and the sway bar bushings. Needed a jack and some other tools, and probably took me 45 minutes to do all of it. So it's the next day, and I drove it to work and back, and the problem is better, but it is not gone. So let's dig a little deeper. I'm gonna jack the truck up on this side, because I feel like I feel it on this side, but I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna jack it up on this side and see what we come up with. So let's get it in the air. So let's figure out how to diagnose this problem with the clunking or the sound, whatever. I'm gonna jack the truck up on this side, and we're going to pivot the wheel while the other side is locked down. So we're just jacking up this side, leaving that side alone. And we're going to try to rock the wheel this way to see what play we have. Then we're going to try to rock the wheel this way to see if we have any play. That will tell us if we have any issues with our upper control arms or the lower control arms down there where the shock is bolted to for the strut. So let's get it in the air and test if we have any play. Okay, so we're gonna test. The car is off the ground, or this tire is off the ground. I'm expecting, I don't expect it not to move anywhere, because It's meant to pivot, and the steering wheel is maybe locked, maybe not locked, so there should be some play. But what we're listening for, I think, are clunks. I think. So, give her a shot. Can't tell. I don't hear any clunking, but I barely hear clunking riding down the road. I don't know. Let's check top to bottom. Can't detect any movement. Nothing clunking for sure. All right, let's try the other side. So there was nothing to report on the other side. It did exactly the same thing. So we're going to leave the video here. What I'll end up doing is driving it a couple of more days, seeing how things go, and then deciding if I'd need upper and lower control arms. We'll just have to see. So YouTubers, if you like the video, like the video.